News Panorama is a TV news magazine program that gives you the story behind the story.
It tells the stories the way they should be told by capturing the larger scale.
It deals with people's deep feelings on issues that, when brought to the fore, ultimately educates, informs, and entertains.
News Panorama. Capture the larger scale.
Nigeria faces a massive infrastructure deficit, with stock estimated at only 30% of GDP, far below the 70% benchmark set by the World Bank. Key challenges include poor maintenance and corruption. In Cross River State, the governor, Prince Basidero, seems to be paying attention to infrastructure developments. This week on the program, we'll be taking a look at a few roads that the state government needs to take a look into. It is a much watch. Welcome and thanks for joining us on the program News Panorama. I am Josephine Efanga. If you have just tuned in, you're watching News Panorama.
News Panorama. Capture the larger scale.
The Nyatowo Road of Atamono has fallen into a state of despair, causing daily challenges for commuters, traders, and residents alike. Potholes, erosion, and poor drainage have made a travel unsafe and slow, highlighting the urgent need for government intervention. Ifeoma Ekpeita examines the condition of this critical road, hears from those affected, and explores the calls for its construction to restore safety and boost local economies. The report.
Nyatowo Road has remained in a deplorable state, posing daily challenges to residents, commuters, and traders who rely on the route. The poor condition of the road, coupled with the absence of proper drainage channels, has led to persistent flooding whenever it rains, making movement difficult and unsafe. Over time, the situation has worsened, increasing concerns about safety, accessibility, and the overall impact on economic activities in the area. Speaking on the issue, engineer Wanobong Ezekiel describes the condition of the road as extremely poor, explaining that the lack of proper drainage causes the entire stretch to become flooded during rainfall. He stated that residents have repeatedly lodged complaints with the relevant authorities, but these efforts have yielded no results so far. He expressed hope that the government would intervene to address the problem and provide a lasting solution.
We're having issues permanently on the road and drainage system in this community. So we want the government to aid us to try and get it fixed so we could have good liveliness around. And when it rains, there's no erosion is everywhere and no proper channel for water to flow. And sometimes we have this, let me call it big gutter, filled up because there's a damage in front. And tirelessly we have complained and aid is not coming towards our way, because the last time they worked on this place, I think it was towards around 2007. So we plead the government should come, because once the next season, which is the rainy season, comes around, living around becomes a mess.
Other residents also expressed concern over the deteriorating condition of Nyatowo Road, noting that the road has become increasingly difficult to use. They appeal to the government to come to their aid by rehabilitating the road, similar to ongoing improvements on other routes, in order to ease transportation and improve the quality of life for those who depend on the route. The continued neglect of Nyatowo Road has left residents grappling with avoidable difficulties, particularly during the rainy season. Residents and commuters are therefore appealing to the appropriate authorities to prioritize the reconstruction of the road and the provision of proper drainage facilities to ensure safe and efficient movement for all road users.
So government if government can be able to do the road for us, it's also a good thing.
I'm just asking the government to help us and look towards the roads. The road is very bad, and especially when rain, for the roads you cannot pass on the roads, it's very, very bad. Please, we ask, let our people, our governor, to look towards it.
For CRBC News Panorama, Ifeoma Ekpeita reporting.
An assessment of Nyatowo Road has revealed a channel larger than the road itself, which not only causes severe flooding during the rainy season, but also poses a serious danger to residents and commuters. Vehicles and, in some instances, pedestrians have been known to accidentally fall into the channel, highlighting the urgent need for immediate intervention, proper drainage, and road reconstruction. Our correspondents tell us more, they report.
An assessment of Nyatowo Road has revealed a large channel that has become a major concern for residents and road users. The channel, which is wider than part of the road itself, has contributed significantly to flooding, especially during the rainy season. This situation has not only disrupted movement, but has also created a dangerous environment where motorists and pedestrians struggle to safely navigate the area as the boundary between the road and the channel becomes unclear. Sampling opinion around the environment, Mr. Okon, the youth leader, expressed concern over the frequent overflow of the channel, particularly during periods of heavy rainfall. He explained that the flooding often makes it difficult for road users to distinguish between the road and the channel, thereby increasing the risk of accident and making movement nearly impossible for residents and commuters.
They said there should be peace, trying to make the peace. We secure our area, but you cannot secure water, and you cannot stop water. So the only people that can do to help us is the government. Erosion has disturbed us here. So I want to plead that they should help us.
Similarly, Mr. Samson and Mrs. Andembasi identified the width of the road as a major contributing factor to the problem. They noted that the narrow nature of the roadway combined with the oversized channel worsens the situation during the rainy season. They therefore appeal to the government to intervene urgently by expanding the road and providing proper drainage to ensure the safety of road users.
The only problem we are having on this road is the gutter. As you can see, the gutter is so wide, and once it rains, the water flows from the gutter to the main road. And if you should happen to walk or maybe trek, if you are new in the street, you can easily fall into the water. So maybe if government wants to do anything about it, they should come to people's aid and repair the gutter. That's the only problem that we are encountering here.
Because of the road and this gutter, and talk about this water, it is stopping us. And to give you for me, I'm going to give you a quarter more money as it will for me. Also, I'm a money yaka. Every year, so long as you're me. Look at the Tiago. We can do what? Ebama, Bono, what, baby. Even the billion, evidence you. Be my government. Prince passé de tout, I didn't want me. I didn't cut army, and I'm also want me. The same way.
The condition of the channel along Nyatowo Road continues to pose serious risk to lives and property, particularly during the rainy season. Residents are therefore calling on the relevant authorities to take immediate action to address the drainage issues and rehabilitate the road in order to prevent further flooding and possible accidents. For CRBC News Panorama, Ifeoluwa Ekpe-Ita reporting.
A deep ravine along the Nyatowo Road by Etimeffium has become a growing concern for residents and commuters, threatening the safety of motorists and pedestrians alike. The erosion and unstable edges of the ravine has made the area increasingly hazardous, especially during the rainy season, raising urgent call for immediate intervention. Praise Chijoke tells us more, the report.
Residents of Nyatowo Lane off Atamono in Calabar, Cross River State, are living in fear as a dangerously expanding ravine pushes their community towards disaster. With the raining season approaching, families watch helplessly as the ravine inches closer to their doorstep. The ravine, which saw its last remedial work in 2009, has deteriorated drastically over the past decade. Unchecked erosion, intensified by heavy rainfall and iron excavation in the area, has accelerated the land's collapse. Fallen slabs and deep cracks on the walls, pavements and foundation of multiple homes push many houses to the brink of collapse. Residents say each new downpour brings them closer to catastrophe. Mr. Bassi, a resident, described the terror of the rainy season, stating that during the rainy season, the water floods their homes, with the water being 2 feet deep in most households.
Gone are the days when the bridge was not solidly constructed. When the erosion comes like that, because of those tunnel that was there as at then, the tunnel was small, a kind of where when this heavy rain, the erosion came, those things that the erosion will be carrying will now block the tunnel, and the water will not have its free flow. So it will now bounce back. When the water now bounce back, it will now be boggling to people's houses, spoil things. Like here in our compound, we have series of experience of what I'm talking about. The water will just come, enter. Imagine inside your house, you have water up to 3 feet. So that's what we are suffering, please. We are now begging, since the government are now trying to, come to know what we are suffering here. So at the same time, we are pleading to the governor, please, to come to our head. At least they should send a solid construction company to come and construct this small parameter of the areas that these things are affecting.
With their homes literally crumbling around them, the people of Nyatowo Lane are issuing a desperate plea to the state government for immediate intervention. They urge officials to act before the coming rain turn a crisis into a tragedy.
Our state prince should help us a bit, because water is stopping us here. Even the water there, we cannot even attack those boys. But when once they do this water, we are going to be allowed to attack them. Because these aluminium boys, they are still also join hand to spoil the gutter. Because as those small iron come out, so they have seen it, they want to cut it. So when they do, when they do the normal thing, as in the airports, then we are going to secure the place. You understand? So that they cannot come and spoil it for us. What we demand is for them to help us and do the gutter.
With the dire and escalating threats the residents of Nyatowo Lane are facing, the community's call for urgent government intervention have grown desperate. They cling on to the hope of development. For CRBC News Panorama, Press Joke reporting.
The Cross River State Internal Revenue Service has announced full implementation of new tax reforms laws aimed at improving transparency and ending cash-based tax collection across the state. The reforms, which took effect on January 1st, 2026, mandate taxpayers to make all tax and levy payments strictly through digital platforms and designated bank accounts, as the government moves to harmonize taxes, curb multiple taxation, and block revenue leakages. Our correspondents tell us more, the reports.
The Cross River State government has intensified efforts to implement the new tax law reform with the organization of a one-day sensitization program aimed at educating stakeholders and the general public on its provisions. The reform is designed to improve revenue generation while reducing the burden of taxation on citizens through a more structured and transparent system. The sensitization program brought together key government officials, policymakers, and local government representatives to ensure a shared understanding of the new tax framework and its benefit to the state and society at large. In their addresses at the event, the chairman of the Internal Revenue Service, Mr. Edwin Okon, the State Accountant General, Dr. Glory Effiong, and the chairman of Finance and Appropriation in the State House of Assembly, Honorable Cyril Omini, commended the organizers for the sensitization initiative. They acknowledged the importance of educating the public on the new tax law and assured that they would live up to their respective responsibility to ensure effective implementation of the reform for the overall growth and development of the society.
The new tax law, for me, says keep your records well, because once you keep your records well, you will not have any concern when the tax authority comes to you. You will be open to show the tax authority the information you have, and the correct assessment will also be issued for you to pay to what belongs to tax.
This tax reform basically is to help government show transparency. That's why we are encouraging every one of us to keep our books of accounts. Be it a market woman, whatever you are doing, you keep your books.
As the Chairman of Finance and Appropriation at the Cross River State House of Assembly, I am very much aware that taxation is the pillar of efficiency in government and good structural, and this makes government work very well.
Also speaking, the chairman of Calabar Municipality, Honorable James Anam, explained that the new tax reform was designed to benefit the people, particularly through the abolishment of multiple taxation, as clearly outlined in the provision of the new tax law. He emphasized that the reform would ease the financial burden on residents and promote compliance.
Interrupted that we need to speak as a three arms of government, where we have our laws that is guiding, helping us on tax collections. But be it as it may, we still have to interface to understand where we are, to also enable us have an organized tax system.
Similarly, the State Commissioner for Commerce, Dr. Abigail Duke, stated that the new tax law seeks to harmonize revenue collection across the local, state, and federal level of government. According to her, this harmonization is intended to eliminate overlap in tax collection and significantly reduce the tax burden on citizens.
With the new tax law, that everything is going to be harmonized, and you pay once. Once you pay once, it takes you to any state in Nigeria. That is super. It's wonderful what the federal government has done.
The one-day sensitization program underscores the state government's commitment to ensuring a smooth implementation of the new tax law, with continued public awareness and cooperation among relevant authorities. The reform is expected to enhance revenue administration while promoting fairness and economic growth within the state. For CRBC News Panorama, Blessing Bassey reporting.
That is all we have on our lineup this week. We hope to be back same time next week. Do keep a date with us. I am Josephine Efanga. For updates and engagement, follow us on our official social media handles: Facebook at CRBC, X formerly Twitter, Instagram and TikTok at CRBC Online, YouTube at CRBC New Media, WhatsApp on 090 377 87474. We look forward to connecting with you.